Hello everybody, it's Farm Sim Guy here. Hope you're all doing well. We have got something very interesting to show you in this vid. This is West Texas, and I have to say, it reminded me a little bit of Flint Hills when I saw the name the other day. I thought I'll have a look around online, find out a little bit more about this, and nobody's playing this map. This map, if you look on YouTube, feels like this map virtually doesn't exist. So I thought I'll have a quick look at it. And I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away. So this is loosely based around the area of Plainview in Texas, in Hale County. I think what we're going to do, we'll have a quick tour around, show you some of the things. It's a big map. It's a 4x map, but it feels really, really big for that. And let's just get straight into it. There's lots of features in the town here. Coffee shops and little cake shop, some condos and some flats. I wouldn't call them flats in the States. There's a Wells Fargo bank over there. There's a big Walmart over there as well. And if we run down here, just by this Dodge dealership, there's a little park with barbecues. There's the Walmart sign. We'll just run through here. There's the Dollar General store. So we've got a little mall here. We've got a petrol station here as well, and then a Wendy's, and there's an Applebee's further along. All of these are sell points. All of these are sell points. A Taco Bell as well, and over here, past the little strip mall, we've also got a McDonald's. So one of the things about this map that I'm very interested in, and I haven't worked out how it works yet, but I'll do a little bit more digging on that after I've done the map tour, is you can buy and sell meat. Well, you can sell meat. And all of these restaurants along the strip here will buy meat for you, and it looks very, very lucrative. Now let's just quickly have a look at the map. Let's have a look at the PDA for you. And you'll recognise all these circular fields, which are a feature of this area of Texas. Obviously relatively dry area, so all of these round fields have irrigation built into them, and that automatically waters the fields and makes sure they get enough water. So as you can see, there's some quite big fields here. I've bought quite a few because you'll find when you buy the land, it then uncovers the buy points. So I've done that just so I can show you what everything is. There's some very interesting stuff over here on the right hand side, which I'm looking forward to showing you in a little while. But for example, this has been designed by a guy called the Great Lebowski, and he's continually updating at the moment, making small tweaks and adjusting it. So I'm sure there'll be some more updates coming down the line. He's just released a new version that works with precision farming as well, and he seems very active at the moment with the map, so that's great. He said in his notes with the map that he set this map as a bit of a challenge. He's adjusted some of the prices. He wants people to think about how they play this map, and it's not just buy a field, plant crops, sell crops, rinse and repeat. You've got to really think about it. So with that in mind, some of these field prices are phenomenal. I mean, they're huge fields anyway, but there you go. 2.6 million, fields 9 and 7 together is 6.9 million pounds. So there's some huge fields here with huge amounts of money attached to them. Field 31, they're 3.8 million pounds. Now there are some smaller ones as well. Field 25 here, 435. Field 24, 290. Field 22, 496. So you're not completely lost when you start out, and you don't have to break the bank just to buy some fields. So just while we're looking at the PDA and everything, I'll just show you the prices and the sell points. So as you can see here, hundreds and hundreds of different sell points, so many different sell points in here. You've got the ethanol plant in there, you've got Dairy Farmers of America where you can sell your milk, the Farmers Co-op where you can sell all your crops, Atabai Grain, which is another grain sell point on the other side of the map. But then you'll see the likes of Applebee's, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wendy's, Walmart, all buy certain things. So Wendy's buy corn, potatoes, Taco Bell are corn and potatoes. Strip mall, there's corn, potatoes. Walmart, you can buy corn, potatoes, and beets. Same for Taco Bell, same for the strip mall. But if you scroll right along to the end here, as well as sorghum and triticale, you see here meat. And you can see that at McDonald's, the strip mall, Taco Bell, Walmart, and Wendy's, and I do believe if I scroll up as well, Applebee's at the top there, all buy meat. So that is very interesting. You don't need any additional mods to run that. It's part of the game. So I'm very intrigued to see how that works going forward. So we're at the shop now. We'll just head out of here. Jump into a truck. I bought this appropriately Texas Ford. And we will take a little bit of a tour around. So, what we'll do, I think, first and foremost, is we will run along this road back to the town so you can see some of those buy points again. There is a big interstate there. There's a train passing by as well. The train is a mod. It's not something you can jump into and ride. It is very much a placeable, if you will, but a movable placeable, which is a lovely touch. But like I said, here we are, past the motel there, and there you've got McDonald's. At the rear of the strip mall is where your sell point is. You can see it just marked out there. And then you've got your Taco Bell. There's the front of the strip mall. You've got your fuel station there. And just over here I've just run a stop sign, but we'll ignore that. There's your Wendy's. And in here you have a donut shop, another kind of general store type thing. In here you've got your Applebee's. It's steak night on a Wednesday night. Just missed that for this week. And then over here looks like a bar. And then if you head out of here, got a self-storage place, so just lots of placeables really. Got some apartments there. But then if you run up here and around the corner past the basketball court, got a few more things in here. Another bar. And in here, a very big Walmart. How cool is that? Hardly fit in with the truck. So there you go, big Walmart. And lots of shops, lots of sell point. Walmart is a sell point as well. You have to drive around the back and drop things off there. But very cool. A little bit of flickering on the stops there, a little bit of an issue with those, but I'm sure that's not the end of the world, is it? Okay, we will head out of here and we will decide where we're going to go next. What we'll do is we'll head over the road, because over the road is Cargill. That train's still going, it goes on forever. Wow. So we're going to cross the main highway here just as the train finishes. That's handy. So we'll just stop here. I'm assuming these gates will go up in a second. Very nice touch, I like that. And into here, which is the Cargill depot. So again, real brands, real names. You drive in here. This looks like a bit of a distribution centre for Cargill. There are no sell points in here, it's just a big placeable area. But there's some parking in there, there's lots of trucks, there's a train sitting here running, again a placeable. You can't jump into it and drive it, but there it is. And some lovely details in it here. Look at the graffiti on the grain cart there, which is really, really nice. So, there's lots of stuff on this map that make it feel authentic. And you know what I feel about authentic maps and what they add to the game? They just work really, really well. And just the dirt, the way that the ground textures have been painted here he's done a really nice job of this. Really nice job. The high fences, lots of things just happening. Lots of things just lying about that make it feel like a real map. Okay, so let's head back along here. I'm going to jump onto the highway again. Try and use the stop sign this time. Nothing coming. There is traffic on this map, as you can see. There's a car running down there. So we're going to run along here. A little bit of tearing on the screen there, a few horizontal lines. That might just be the way I've got it set up. But again, more grain carts there. This is the grain sell point, and you can pull in here. This is the Big Farmers Co-op. So we'll drive in here and just have a little look around. There's a weighbridge there. I do believe you reverse up here and tip into there, and then a train will come along and take it away at some point. And over the road from here is our wool sell point. And there are the markings on the ground where you would drop your wool off. And I've just checked the map. It is only wool here. There is a cotton sell point elsewhere on the map. Now, we've been driving around for, I don't know, creeping up for probably nigh on 6 or 7 minutes now. And I just want to show you how much of the map we've covered, because it's kind of scary. If I just jump back to the map quickly, we have basically covered off this very small corner of the map. We have got the whole map still to cover in terms of farmland and things like that. So what we'll do, we're going to drive in a clockwise manner around the map, because there's some lovely features to it. And then what we'll do at the end is we'll look at some of the specifics of this map that make it really, really interesting. So we're going to hang a right out of here, and we're going to cruise up to the next junction, past Cargill, and take another right and head a little bit further into the map, shall we? So as you can see, as we're driving along the roads here, just some lovely features. He's really thought about the decor, bushes, little substations, things like that. You know, details like this just make it feel quite authentic. There you go. There's our first round field, actually, and you can see the irrigation system sitting in there, running in there. That's field 47. There's 50 rather large fields on this map. They're not all circular fields, but that is definitely a commonality about this area of Texas. There are some just nice placeable spaces as well. There are a lot of farms, there's a lot of choices for where you want to start here. Some have sleep triggers, some have animal pens already, and some are just spaces that you could buy and run yourself. You know, wipe the ground, put your own placeables down. So a really flexible map from that perspective. Okay, we're I believe at Highway 207. So we will just head across the road here. We're actually going to head into the state park now. Now there's no farmland in here, and you cannot buy this land, but it's worth seeing because the time and the effort that's gone into detailing this is beautiful. You know, there's some real contour. I mean, look at the contours and the details he's put through this. This is great. And you get through here, there's little stop points and picnic areas. A lovely little lake to stop at. There we go. Just going to pull in here and stop actually and have a walk about, just so you can see it. So there you go. Little compass type thing on the ground. There's even some custom sounds in here as well, so you can hear crickets and things like that. There's a lake over there, which we'll drive around to in a minute. Might not be able to pick them up because my sound's quite low, but there's cricket noises and everything here. And if you head over here, a meandering river and some rocky outcrops. It's beautiful. Really, really nice. Anyway. We've yet to actually look at a farm or anything. That's how big this map feels. Right, so I wanted to show you that though, because that is, I would say, unique. I don't think I've seen another map with a feature like this in it, so well worth showing it to you. The map is seasons ready as we're driving along. It's seasons ready and it is precision farming ready, as I mentioned earlier in the vid. You can apply your own seasons mask to it if you like. There's some dirt roads going off there as well, so if you want to choose to head off on one of them, you can. Again, some little features here like rest stops. Stop and have a look out over the lake. Nice touch. But we'll meander through the park until we get to the other side. And then we will head out and we will arrive at what's likely to be our first farm. So now as we're heading up here, you start to see this fenced off area here. And we are just about to arrive. Technically, this area here is classed as the farm. In fact, I'll just jump back to the map to show you where we are on it. I know we can see in the small map down there, but here, this area here, there's a lot of purchasable spaces that you can buy. Let's just buy that one as well, because there's a sheep pen in that. Let's buy that one as well, just so you can see. But we've got 2 cattle pens, a sheep pen, and a horse area. So what we'll do is we will drive around. You can see the cows in the field here. Both these pens take 200 cows, I believe. And they're lovely, big, expansive areas. Absolutely massive, which is great. Definitely in keeping with the area as well. All custom placeables. So we'll just pull into the farm here and have a look. The sell points, or the buy points should I say, the animal buy points are in the middle of the fields. So they take a little bit of finding, but it's not too difficult. There's a horse pen there as well, slightly smaller horse pen. You've got a huge cattle field here, with feed points and water points in there. And then over on the other side, if I take this this road round here, and there you go, there's the state park over there as well. So you're a little bit higher up on the map. Now, there's a lot of contouring in this map as well. It's subtle, but it's very, very good. And then over this side is your second cattle. I don't know what you would call it. Space. It's huge. They're both huge. Really, really nice. And you can drive through those. They're gated off, but very easy to drive in. Top up the animals' feed, top up their water, however you want to do it. You could put global companies in and make sure they're well irrigated with water, plumb in the water. There is a couple of sheds here for vehicles, openable doors on both of those, and again some nice little touches. You know, there's the workbench, a few tools out there as well. Let's just jump in here and have a look at some of these so you can see. Pretty expansive, to be honest. You would only really need some small machinery here just to tend to the animals. No massive machinery or huge implements, really just a couple of, I guess, trailers and a front loader and a few things. So there you go. A rather expansive, I would call it a cattle ranch. So let's head out of here. In here is another small farm. I put some horses in here before. It's basically a horse farm. We'll take a lot of horses. So if you're into horses, it might be a nice way to spend some money and earn some money as well. Know how lucrative horses can be if you train them. So a nice little area there. When I say little, again, it's huge, expansive. I've not seen animal spaces like this on any other map as well. Probably Flint Hills, the big cattle yard on Flint Hills, is the only other time I've seen them that big. And again, you can start to see these circular fields with the irrigation machinery sitting there. I'm not sure what you would call it. You know, this automated irrigation system that sits in the field and rotates. Small house there, and into here again. Small shed where you can keep some small machinery again, just to look after the horses, to be honest. Nice little house there, a little orchard in the background as well, and a bigger farm shed here. More of a shop, I guess. We can look after machinery and stuff like that. So, should we just have a quick look in there as well as we're here? So there you go. Again, look at this shed. It's fantastic. A big entrance and a small door. And again, lovely little features, just things in here, so it makes it feel like a proper farm. Now we're going to head across the road, and this, for me, is... I was gobsmacked when I first saw this. This is absolutely nuts, in a very, very cool way. So again, this field here opposite, this is a semicircle, so again you can see the irrigation equipment there, but it's only a semicircular field. As we just pull through the gate here. This is the biggest dairy operation I have ever seen. There we go, Heirloom Dairy Farms. And in here you have got, and I'm going to fly up, because this is a dairy farm. There are 12 yards here, each of which take 200 cows here. So you're looking at 2,400 cows potentially in one place. Imagine feeding them. Imagine the amount of food you're going to need to feed them. I filled a few of the pens just so you could see. But yeah, what an operation this is. This is farming on an industrial scale. Only Texas. Well, I'm sure not only Texas. Please don't put any horrible comments. But this is great. I've never seen anything like this on the size of this before. So, yeah, nice touch. Really nice touch. I mean, that would be a huge undertaking. You know, for me, this feels incredibly daunting as a map. As a single player, this would be a huge challenge. But actually, as a multiplayer map, this could be a phenomenal map. Absolutely phenomenal. So, let's head back to the truck and let's keep heading down, because there's still a lot to see. Okay, we're just leaving Heirloom Dairy Farms there. I'll jump back into the map quickly, just to give you an idea of where we're at now. Again, remember how long we've been doing this video, and I've edited this down. We've only covered off this, I would say this probably third of the map. Obviously there's a lot of fields through the middle. We'll do a flyover over some of them later, and we'll jump to some of these farms. But you can see the amount of farms and the amount of areas here that you could utilise should you want to. There's a few sell points we're going to have a look at down here, and then we'll take a run along the bottom of the map here and up into fields 20, 21. The main farm, if you're starting in farm manager mode or start from scratch mode, you do get this farm in the middle with some equipment on. So we'll go and have a look at that. But literally the whole map is littered with buy points, sell points, sleep points. So you don't need to travel too far to get rid of stuff. So let's head along here. Again, I'm going to try and pan around as I'm driving, just so you can see some of the fields. Like I said, every field's big as well. There are huge, expansive fields here. Square ones as well as the round ones. And I tell you what, it runs well. It runs really well, this map. It is smooth. Not getting too much or any jittering, to be honest. Or any frame rate drops, that I can tell. We'll just drive in here. Another farm here. A couple of sheds. An old shed here, and a newer shed. I'm just going to again jump out so you can see inside them. We'll check that these doors work. No, it doesn't look like those ones do, so that is just a placeable. Nice shed though, I do believe anyway. We'll just check one of the other doors. Yeah, that looks like a placeable, but I do believe this one, you can tell by looking at it that they are working. So there you go. Bit of a shop in there, storage, and a little raised area as well, some stairs, which is always nice to see. I do like those. Nice, bit of storage up there. You know what this is crying out for? It's Trailer Park Farm's massive shop that I reviewed the other week. That would be brilliant on this map. Okay, let's head out again. Again, a few more placeables, the odd house lying about. Just the way the shrubbery and the trees have been placed is nice. Again, I'm going to reverse up here because even the little touches like you've got the state outline on the roads there, which I'm sure is in keeping with the reality. Let's pull down here because there's another farm down here, and I mean they just keep going on and on. Again, irrigation system there, a few bits of placeable old kit, and a placeable auger. There is a working grain silo there as well, hidden in the grass, and another big shed. This is an operational shed as well, so you can dump some stuff in there. So again, you can buy these. And where are we? We're down here. So this will be linked to fields, there you go, 7 and 9. So those big fields, I've got a farm attached to them there if you want to use that. But also what I like is there's enough space around them. I mean, look at all of that grass there that you could do a bit of landscaping, get your own sheds and details on there very easily. So lots of space to make this your own, which is great. Okay, let's head back to the road. Here we go, heading down this road here. The size of those fields, 7 and 9 that we were just talking about, is colossal. Colossal. Again, more placeables here. Little farmhouses, little areas again that you could use as your own. And then here we have got a couple of sell points. Okay, this is the cotton sell point. I do believe that you would reverse in here and drop your cotton off. Down at the bottom here you can see the hatchings there on the floor. So that is where you would put your cotton down. You can see the machine running there with cotton in it already, so that's again a nice little touch. And if we head out of here and roll down to the silos, to the bins here, we have an additional grain sell point as well. So as well as the one up at the top of the map by the town, we've got another grain sell point there as well. And we'll head out of here. More placeables, more farm areas for you to purchase, more roads. In fact, we'll turn in a minute and head along there. But again, there's so much going on this map. It's really, really interesting. As far as I believe, this is our lime buy point. We just need to head in there. Hopefully this opens for us. It does. Thank you very much. So yes, here's where we could pick up our lime and our anhydrous. So there you go, there's the lime point. I just thought I'd stop as we were driving out from the lime and anhydrous place and check. And in here, we found an aeroplane. Obviously only a placeable, but a nice touch. Crop duster there and a huge hangar shed. So again, if you want to buy this hangar shed, you're welcome to it. So we're still getting around the outside of the map. Again, some lovely detailing on the stuff at the side of the road. All the power lines doing their thing there as well, just making things look interesting. A couple of sheds there, something that you could take on and turn into your own place. Nice big expansive fields, a few grass fields now. Coming up on another farm. As the second part of that big field, duo of fields. Into here. Now I did actually put this grain silo in here. Just because I wanted a placeable so I could jump to it quickly. But here's, again, just another little area that you could take on and make your own. I do believe you can buy this whole area underneath, yes. So that's a big expansive space. So you could have some fun with that, working out what to do with it. We'll get back to the road and we'll pull onto here. Now up ahead here is a huge factory operation. Now what you can sell here, let's just pull in and drive around to it. This is the Imperial sugar plant. And what you can sell here is your sugar beets, and I believe it takes potatoes as well. A lot of guys in orange jackets, a huge factory here. But basically you would run round to here. There's weigh bridges there which will not bother today. The suspension bouncing about there on the truck. And you have a drop-off point there for where you would sell your potatoes and your sugar beet. So there's the big mountains sitting, waiting to be loaded up. I love the fact that there's just stuff lying around that makes it feel authentic. You know, these guys in orange jackets all standing about doing not a lot, but they just add to the ambience of it, don't they? It's great. And we'll head out. Thank you, gents, and we'll just pop up here because again, you know, we're still finding stuff. We're still finding this is a house with a sleep trigger in it. So again, a little bit of it's like quite a nice little farm to start on. Little shed there. Field 13, a quarter field there. Still with irrigation on it. We'll just run around here. A few placeables, just making that look nice and lived in and believable. And in on our left here is the farm that you, I believe, inherit if you start in new farmer or farm manager mode. So you get a bit of equipment here. You've got a cotton harvester, which is interesting. A plough, cultivator, seeder, an animal trailer as well. So there's a small animal pen here for sheep. You get a truck. You get that nice farmhouse. And you get a John Deere and a planter over there. Now I have done a little bit of a test with Courseplay because I was intrigued to see what would happen with these round fields. And I am pleased to report that whilst not all fields come up in Courseplay when you start, you can very quickly track the outside of the field and create any fields that are missing. So I did that with field 21. I calculated the field edge, saved that, and now if I put headland passes on, do all my settings as I normally would, hit generate course, you'll zoom down here and you can see that it's worked out. Field 21, it's also taken into account the area where the irrigation system goes, and looks like there's no issues there, so that is positive. And there we'll just run over here and have our first look at this irrigation system up close, because again, this hasn't been skimmed on. You know, the generator and the tanks here. And then if you look at this, you know, this nice chrome or silver effect irrigation system. He did want to make these work. The Great Lebowski was saying in some of his comments he would love to have automated these, and possibly they will come in the future, but I think he just ran out of time. But even the way they've been finished is phenomenal. And there you go, pipes into the ground and the water tank there as well. So really nicely done, and you know what? Unique. I have not seen another map that feels or looks like this, which is great. I've just set him off on a Courseplay course there, just for a bit of fun, to be honest. And it did give me the opportunity to check out that it is multi-terrain angle as well, as we have all come to expect these days. So another tick in the box for that. Right, let's capture these last few things, and then we will we'll finish off with a little flyover. So we're heading west here, and as you can see over there, there is another couple of sell points that we're just going to have a quick look at. This is where you can sell your straw, sell your silage, sell your grass. You can also sell a multitude of all your crops can be sold here as well, which is great. There's your straw sell points over there. And this is actually your animal buy point as well, and sell point, so you can collect your livestock from here as well. So another big sell point. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're just going to cross the road here and head up and look at the last couple of sell points, which is the ethanol plant, and we'll also have a look at the milk sell point, which is Dairy Farmers of America. We'll just pull in here on the way, but there's space for chickens here, a couple of big sheds keeping equipment in, a lovely farmhouse there, an animal area for pigs. Yep, there we go, pigs in there, so a slurry point as well. You wouldn't be happy having your pigs right next to your house, would you? Going to get a bit fragrant in the summer. So we'll head out of here and then over the road here. Let's head in here. This is United Ethanol. Now what's interesting about this is that there appears to be a buy and a sell point. And there you go. Production and a sell point. And just the other side of the buy sell point over there that you can just see drawn in, you have got a maize sell point here as well. So an additional sell point, I'm sure, with a slightly adjusted price for selling to the ethanol plant as well. So there you go, another huge factory. It's crazy, isn't it? And we are just arriving at Dairy Farmers of America. So again, we will drive in here. This will be a milk sell point. I do believe if you run around here, you have the ability to drop your milk off here. Now we really have made it back to the town. As you can see over there, the golden arches off in the distance. And we are back here to the wool sell point and the farmers co-op, which is another grain sell point. So if we can run down here, we will get ourselves back to the town. There you go, guys. This has been a huge map tour, and as you'll see, it's taken so long to get around the map. It's just ridiculously big, but in a very, very cool way. I'm blown away by this. It's absolutely brilliant, and the fact that the Great Lebowski is still working on this and tweaking it and releasing new versions of it, this can only go from strength to strength. But this feels great. This is a real alternative big map if you're looking for a big map. And I know there's been a few people requesting Texas maps for a while now, so hopefully this will take your fancy. But for me, for now, I'm going to drop in here for a Taco Bell. So go and get this downloaded. I'll put a link in the description. And I hope you enjoy it. Take care. Bye for now.